it's Hannah here from the Personal Wellness Project. Welcome to episode 2. I hope you're all doing well. In the last episode, we spoke about why wellbeing is important and the amazing benefits that you can achieve by looking after your wellbeing. Hopefully you had a go at creating a happiness box and tried doing some of the things that you love to do more often. Importantly, don't stop using the mindful breath that we spoke about and actually engaging in those activities that you love to do. These are the things that we need to try and bring into our life a little bit more consistently, because we know that doing positive things, like taking the time to do things that make you happy and more frequently, will lead to positive wellbeing outcomes. These simply won't happen. You have to make them happen through taking control, and the strategies and tasks presented in this series of episodes should help you to do that. Today, I'm going to talk about what wellbeing is and give you some examples that hopefully you'll relate to. What do we mean when we talk about well-being? Simply put, well-being is a state of being well, specifically the feeling of balance within yourself, not being overly happy or excited, but equally it's not associated with negative states like anxiety and feeling low. Instead, the World Health Organization advocate that it's a state in which an individual can realise their own potential, cope with normal stresses, and can work productively and contribute to their community. You know what's really great about well-being? Read that definition again. It's all positive. What does that definition mean to you? To realise your own potential. This simply means that you recognise what it is that you can do and you do it. It's about focusing on your strengths and using these more often in different parts of your life. Using your strengths more often can help you to feel more capable and help you to grow as an individual. To cope with the normal stresses of life, you've probably already got some amazing resources and some coping strategies that you already use to cope with the daily stresses that you experience. It's important to realise and accept that life can be difficult and that unfortunately we can't always change those difficult situations. But what we can do is use positive strategies to cope in those moments. And if we do this, we can adapt and thrive in those moments instead. Can work productively. This is personal to you and it's about your ability to function. We spoke about functioning in episode 1. So functioning can look really quite different for everyone and every day can be different. Some days functioning may look like going to the gym, going to college, getting on with your college work and so on. But on other days, functioning may look like having a shower and cleaning your teeth. It's being productive within your capacity for that day. Finally, can make a contribution to their community. You're contributing to this community right here, right now by engaging in this content and having these conversations. You're contributing to a wider community by being a learner in the college. You'll be contributing to many other communities such as your family and friends. It's about how you're able to do that. And again, it's about your ability to function amongst families, friends, peers, and the community overall. When well-being is broken down, it's pretty clear it's about being well, and it's a good thing. It's not anything to do with anything negative. As a result, I would like you to change the way we think and talk about well-being, focusing on this positive approach to understanding it. Now you're probably thinking, okay, you've broken it down to me, you've explained what the definition means, but what does that mean for me? Let's talk it through. It's better to think of well-being as a bit of a seesaw that you would find at a park, and our aim is to keep that seesaw nice and balanced, which would mean that we're experiencing well-being. At the end of the seesaw, you've got your resources, such as internal things like how resilient you are, and external things such as your family, your friends. At the other end of the seesaw, you've got the challenges that you face, such as college work, or the need to earn money, pay bills, and difficulties, perhaps with relationships, for example. These elements can affect your internal sense of balance. Depending on what happens with both the challenges and the resources, ultimately tips the seesaw from side to side. So if the challenges you face outweigh the resources that you have, you come into a state of imbalance. Likewise, if you're not being challenged enough, the seesaw will tip in the other direction. In either situation, you are forced to adapt to meet the needs of the situation. If you don't, you can either experience being really bored or becoming really quite anxious. Neither state is good for our well-being. Stable well-being is when your resources meet the need of the challenge in a fair and equal way. This is what we aim for. When you have more challenges than resources, the seesaw will dip along with your well-being and vice versa. So we can see by using the seesaw analogy, it helps us to visualize trying to find that balance point of well-being. And it becomes clear that well-being is not stationary, but it's a dynamic dance to maintain that sense of internal balance. So what do we need to do to maintain this level seesaw of well-being? There are a few important things that you need to remember about well-being. Do things that bring you happiness. Find a purpose that motivates you. Have good relationships with others and yourself. Recognise your accomplishments. By engaging with these 4 things, you should learn to manage your own well-being more successfully. Last week, you learned about checking in, about the importance of taking that deep breath to check in with yourself and see how you're feeling. So it makes sense for us now to talk about checking out. This is the same principle as checking in with yourself before engaging with an activity, but checking out is something that you do after you've completed the activity. Going forward, I want you to be self-aware enough to check in with yourself, see how you're doing, engage in a lovely well-being activity of your choosing, for example, taking a walk. But then, importantly now, I would like you to check out at the end of that activity to see how you feel before carrying on with your day. So to end today's session, we're going to check out. So let's give it a go. Settle into a natural position. Standing or seated is up to you. You might want to close your eyes if that feels natural to you. When you're ready, take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the mouth. Breathe naturally now. Allow your shoulders and neck to relax and just be aware of your breathing. How does your body feel? Take this time to pay attention to the physical sensations. Do you feel tense anywhere? Notice what you're thinking about right now. Notice your thoughts without judgment. How are you feeling? Can you label that emotion? Is it different or the same as you felt at the start? You don't need to change anything right now. Can you accept yourself as you are in this moment? Now, take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the mouth. If you've had your eyes closed, when you're ready, you can start to bat your eyelids open. You're now checked out. Wonderful. Now you are all checked out. So I encourage you to have a mindful day. Let me know how you get on with the activity in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you soon for episode 3. That is the end of episode 2. Well done for joining us today. I hope you found something really helpful as a result of this episode. Remember to head over to the Instagram page for more exciting content, and I will see you in a few days' time for the next episode.